Welcome back to Hackathon Entertainment TV. I'm Mr. Hackathon. I bring you the story behind every hack. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create an event website that displays your events just like this without coding. So it will display your event. When you click on it, it will take you to the details of that event. And we're going to make it using a website called Airtable and a website called Softr. Airtable will be your backend database, and Softr will be your front end. The backend is where you store all the data for this event website. The front end is how you make it look pretty. To start, you need to create an account in Airtable and you need to create an account in Softr. I'm going to just sign into my account. And I'm going to sign into Softr. What you want to do when you sign into Softr, I have all these applications here, but you want to select add new application. When you add a new application, it gives you a lot of web app templates. And this is what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the design and tech events web app template. So you want to click select and you want to connect your Airtable API key. So I'm going to show you how to get your Airtable API key. You need to log in with Airtable and be logged in. It will take you to this workspace dashboard. Just to make sure I know how to get mine. So you want to go to your account for Airtable, select the person icon, go to your account. I have my API key generated, but you want to generate your API key. As the instructions say, if you don't have any API key generated, you will be able to generate it right here. And you want to copy and paste this key into, if we can bring it back up. Oh. You want to copy and paste the key into this input box right here. Once you've copied, pasted the input key into the box and press next, it takes you to this Connect Airtable base. You can either make one from scratch or you can use the templates base. I want to use the templates base. You click on the use the templates base and you click next. And what you want to do is copy the template base to your Airtable account. So all you're doing is duplicating this template base to your Airtable account. I'm going to click copy paste here. And it's going to ask me what workspace do I want to add it to. If I scroll down, I can see my new base added here. If I just click on it, now I can see my data. And I'm going to call this project event listing website. And I'm going to call this tab events. So this is just like Excel or Google Spreadsheet. That's how Airtable works. But this is going to be the backend database for our website. And so I'm actually going to delete almost all of these. and I only have 3 listings. And here it's going to ask me to select my base. So my base name is event listing website. Need to refresh. You can see event listing website, and I have, it wants you to select the table, and the table is just this here, events. Select events, click finish. And we have begun. As you can see, we have our free data, free items there. We have our free items right here. And we now have the beginning of our event listing template, or our event listing website. On the left, on Softr, you have your pages, and you can add metadata to your pages. You can jump to whatever page you want to jump to. As you can see, you can add extra information to the page. You can add custom code to the page. We have blocks. So Softr is a visual programming tool. So it's just drag and drop. So you find what you want. If we want to remove this header, all we have to do is delete it. And I can come to blocks. I can find a header, and maybe I want to add this header to the page, and I just added this header to the page. If I want to edit this, all I have to do is click on it, and as you can see, I can quickly edit it on the side. I can adjust the logo. I can adjust the colors. I can change this color to red or whatever I want to change it to. And I can add a menu. So we're actually going to remove all the menu items. We don't want a menu. And we're going to call this event listing website. And we're going to say my first event listing website. We're going to change the background image. Let's see. And so we want to find something that doesn't stick out too much. Unfortunately, most of the images are really most of the images are really bright against the white text. So maybe if we change the white text to black and see what that looks like. So maybe that's a little bit better. So we're going to go with that. We're not going to talk too much about design in this tutorial, but that should be okay for now. And I want to remove this placeholder. Let's see what the library has for us. It doesn't have a logo, so I'm just going to remove this logo. And as you can see right here, we have our events. So this is the most important part of this tutorial. And in this, you can see it's connected to our Airtable base event listing website. It's connected to the events template. It's sorting the event A to Z. It's showing us 6 items per page, but we only have, if I can go back to my database, we only have 3 items in this database. It's filtering the events by region. If we go to our database, we can see we have a column called region. and it's sorting our database by that column region. And this is how the options have to be formatted, and it has to match exactly as it is in our database for the region, or it won't find it. I'm going to allow multi-select. We can change what this looks like. We can change the text color, the border color. So we're going to change the border color. We can change it. We can change the roundness to none. And on the left, you can select month. So what we actually have is another filter on the left for the month and a number filter on the left for the topic. So we're going to make adjustments to some of these too. So we want to just make this match. We want the text color to be black. We want the text color here to be black. We want to change the roundness to none. You can either show or hide the search bar. And here, anytime you see this magic wand, it allows you to put dynamic text. So here, they can search by the city or they can search by the name of the event. So for example, they might select Africa as the region, January as the month, design as the topic, and they might search by city. In this list item section, what you actually do is map the image and the title and the subtitle tags and the date to your backend database. So you want to map the image to whatever you have the image listed as in your backend database, in your Airtable database. You want to list the title to whatever you have the title named as, whatever column is your title, which is name here. And you want to do similar for the rest of these data entry. So what we have next, and I might just adjust this last one just to look the same. And lastly, I'm actually going to adjust the cards too. So I want to adjust the actual cards and what they look like. So the way I would do that is I'll go here to list item. Go there, and as you can see, I changed these to black, and I'm going to change the roundness to none. And now you have square and black. What we're going to do next is we're going to change this a little bit. And as you can see, when they click, we can collect people's emails and add them to our newsletter list. So we can give it a title. And this is just a block. This is just a call to action block. So if we remove this, we can add a different call to action block. We can say join the community is free. But what you want to do is you want to try and connect this, either forward it to your email or connect some of these email services to it. We're just going to forward this to my email. So anytime someone joins, Softr is going to send me an email with the person's email that joined. And I can add them to an email list. I can add them to whatever I want to add them to. Let's say we want to add a background to this. So I don't want to upload a file. What I want to do is pick from library and maybe type event again. And this time I'm going to change this to white. It doesn't stand out as much as I want it to stand out, but I think you get the point for this tutorial. We can continue to adjust the way this looks simply by clicking the paint palette and selecting the colors we want. We have this contact, and it's a similar thing. With the contact, you can send the form input wherever you want. Let me just send that to my email. So anytime someone uses the form and they try to get in touch, it's going to send that to my email. I'm going to change the button color to black. I'm going to change the roundness to none. I want the background color as black, and I want the text color as white. Lastly, I am going to change the footer, and if you want to change the color of the whole section, you change it at the top right here. We can set this background color to white. And maybe I want to change the secondary footer text to black. I personally want to remove the links. I don't have any links. And you can add your social links, and you can change the color of the social links right here. And that is our basic event listing website. So you can either add new entries directly to your database, your backend database, or we can create a page for that. So what we're going to explore right now is we're going to explore creating a page for adding a new listing, and we're going to explore showing the details of the event. So first we want to add a new page for the event listing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add a link in the menu and say add event. And now, or maybe we're not going to add the link in the menu. We're going to add something. We're going to add the form just on the front page, so I don't have to create another page. We want to create a form, and we want to drag something like a sales form template. Go back to my form, go to the sales form, and go up. Maybe go up again, and I'm going to say add an event. I'm going to remove this. And what I want to do this time is I want to change the submit text to add event. And I want it to send it to Airtable. I want it to send it to my event listing website base. And I want it to add it to the events table. Now, anytime somebody fills in this information, it adds the information to the events table. But I need to change this a little bit. My events table has very specific columns, and I need to match those columns. So name, start date, end date, duration, and I think this is month. So I'm just going to do those. You really want to do all of them. I might actually only do name, start date, end date. So what you want to do is to remove these. So we need 3, name, start date. I want to make this a date. And I want to name this the exact same as it's named in my Airtable database. So it's start date. I want to name this start date. I'll say enter start date. Spelled wrong. And I want to create another one. And I want to give this end date. I want to say enter end date. And I want to change this to a date type. And really you want to do this for all your columns, but we're just going to leave this for our column now. And what we want to do is test this. So we're going to test it in preview. We're just going to click preview to test this. As you can see, this is our preview of our actual site. We scroll down. And what I'm going to do is my first event. And I'm going to do today as the start date. I'm going to do tomorrow as the end date. I'm going to add event. And one of the field names is wrong. And this is why I said your field name has to be correct. So I don't think your name, it might be name. Let's see. Name. As you can see, name here is capital. And in my database, it wasn't capital. My database, the first letter was capital. So we try this again. Scroll down, we want to add an event. So this should work, my first event today and tomorrow. And as you can see, it's added. It's added to our database in real time. If I jump back, that's perfect. So we know that's working. What we want to do now, and I'm actually going to remove this header because it's not serving any purpose whatsoever. What I want to do now is add something that allows people to view the details of this card. So if I go back to preview, as you can see, my first event has been added, and I click right here, it opens a new page and it shows the details. So that's what I want to do. I want to create that. Well, it's already been created for us in this template, and this is another page. So to do this, you have to create another page. All you do is go to pages, select new page. But if you're using this template and following this tutorial step by step, this page will be created for you. When you click on this page, it takes you to the details. And if you wanted to add this from scratch, all you would do is go to blocks. And if we scroll down to list details, you have two template pages that you can, or a couple now, that you can actually add. You can add one with a video. You can add one that has an image slider. That might be good for real estate or something like that. And you have another with just a static image, side image. So we're using the one with the static side image. And all you do, you have to connect the list to your database. And it has to be same database as the cards. And you add the field items that you want to show. So as you can see here, the name is being shown, the city is being shown with the period, the image is shown next, and the order that this is listed in is the same order that this is going to be shown in. So we're actually, let's say we want to remove the website. Well, it looks like we can't remove the website. So it looks like there are some, no, we can hide it, I believe. All we have to do is click that to hide it. And we can add another field. And we can change that field to whatever we want to change it to. and we dynamically map it by clicking here, by clicking the wand and just telling Softr what we want to map it to. So maybe type of event. As you can see right here, the type of event shown here. And if we type for the label, if we type type of event, you can see there, type of event. So we're going to go back to the home page. We added our form so people can add new data. We have our cards. And we have our item details. And all we need to do now is publish it. Before we publish it, we want to see what it looks like on tablet. This is what it looks. Obviously, it's mobile responsive. We can see what it looks like on tablet, on mobile. And now we want to publish. So all you do is click publish. We can change the subdomain, or we can upgrade to add a custom domain. I'm going to call this event listing website. Don't forget to click the check mark and then click publish. And when you visit it at your URL, you have your first event listing website. And this is live, so people can add events. They can get in touch. They can subscribe to your newsletter. The great thing about Softr, you have user profiles and you can gate content. You can hide this add event only for admins, or you can come up with creative ways to charge people to add events. That's a little bit more advanced than this tutorial, but you have your first event listing website in Softr without coding. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing tutorials. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions or queries. Happy hacking.